Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this new Monday with uh, with my with my series Monday Mornings with Business Coach Malloy. And why am I calling it a new Monday? It's a new Monday because we just ended a 30 episode series of the life and business transformation. We ended that last week, but it was our promise that we would continue to do what we do. We would continue to do our Facebook lives. During this 30 weeks, it has been an amazing journey for us as well. We got to hear from so many entrepreneurs, so many startups, so many new business owners connected with us. People joined our seminars based on a Facebook Live, and it was extremely heartening. But we also we heard a lot of requests from entrepreneurs, some feedbacks. And one of the feedbacks or that we got from multiple entrepreneurs was to show them a journey. How do you become a successful entrepreneur? From where do successful entrepreneurs finally coming from? Now, taking that feedback, so from today, over the next 15 weeks, we will go on a journey every Monday morning, same place, same time, a journey of transformation, from a business owner to an entrepreneur, a journey from a solopreneur to an entrepreneur. And today is that episode number one, the chapter number one of this journey. And today we are going to talk about right from top, developing the entrepreneurial mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, just because a light bulb went off your head at night and you started a business does not necessarily mean that you're 100% satisfied with who you are as an entrepreneur. Because indeed, the life of an entrepreneur is full of errors and trials. If they try something and it doesn't work, then they move to the next project. And that journey goes on and on. Sometimes I hear people telling me that, sir, one business did not do well, hence I started into the next business. That is not a great way of becoming an entrepreneur. Just because one business did not do well, moving into the next business does not or will not determine success. What we need to do is figure out why the things did not go well and what can we do things better. Because like Richard Branson once said, that if you know how to, if you have learned to run one business successfully, you can run as many businesses as you want to, because the principles of running a business are the same. And for me, like I mentioned last time, the principles are the same. So let's start off with you as an entrepreneur. Are you missing that something? Are you needing the reinforcement of critical areas to help you become the best you could be? Because as an entrepreneur, and we talk about personality traits, entrepreneurs need to be passionate, resilient, and assertive. But sometimes and all of us go through this journey of ups and downs, which I call feast and starvation. Especially when business is doing good, you become extra resilient, extra assertive. But when things are not doing too well, when you're getting into that starvation mode, we start questioning ourselves. And if all of this sounds like an experience that you're going through right now, or you have gone through in the past, like I have gone through, and I go through this every single day, so I'm no different from all of you. Let's start by addressing 3 ways to transform yourself into an entrepreneur that you always wanted to be. And the first thing that will determine your true success and potential as an entrepreneur is, number one, define what success means for you. For you, nobody else. You're not running a business to prove a point to somebody else. You're running a business for yourself. Success means different things to different entrepreneurs. For some, it may be a certain amount of money. For others, it could be just paying the bills. Or for somebody, it could be building a legacy. For somebody, it could be proving a point to their employers, for example. Entrepreneurs are those type of individuals who recognize when it's time to take advantage of an opportunity. And they become passionate about an idea, yet an idea and passion can only take you so far. So you need to start putting the pieces together, sit back and ask yourself what you want the end game to be. And if people who watch this program regularly and people who have met me, entrepreneurs who have met me, and anybody who has an access to my business card, you will know that I have my statement printed right on front of the business card. Life is led backwards and planned forwards. What do you want that end game to be? And how are you going to make this great idea into a reality? We need to understand our skills and limitations. And somebody pointed out a very important limitation that I have. And she told me that please go out and find somebody who would fill up that limitation that you have. Because it's no point trying to improve a weakness when you have so many strengths to work with. So if you have a limitation, find the people to do the task that you're not familiar with. Set those realistic goals that you want to achieve. Know what you want to do. Set that purpose. Go out and read that book from Simon Sinek. Start with the why. If your goal is to take a startup public, write a timeline for doing it. When you define what success means to you and you start noticing its early signs, you will be motivated into keeping working hard towards the goals that you have established. You really have to focus on removing those distractions. If you're an entrepreneur and if you have a desire to succeed, then the positive driving forces are already in place because you've made that change. But what stops us will be that distraction, the bad habits, the doubts that cause you to falter, quit, or fail. Look at yourself deeply and identify what are the excuses that you're clinging on to, the bad habits that are derailing you, and then really focus on removing them from your life. Define success in your own eyes. Because if we don't do this, we will continue to be a great business owner, never an entrepreneur. Number 2, ask for help. Of course, life would be easier if we were already familiar with the industry that you're attempting to break in, the products, the services, the customers, and even the business model, which also means you're entering into an ocean that is red with blood, too many competitions. But what if you're entering into a market where there are already blood that is being shed, and you're daring to enter the field or market for which you have no training or experience? Because there is an opportunity. And yesterday I was having a conversation with a fantastic gentleman who's talking in terms of expanding the education sector, transformation of the education sector by focusing on the childhood education. So India is a large market. And even if there is competition, even if there's blood in the street, because of competition, it's okay because you can still build your niche. So when you're daring to enter a market where you don't have previous training or experience, there's no shame asking for help. It is not a sign of weakness either. In fact, Richard Branson has said that the Virgin Group became successful because in its early years, the managers kept asking questions. Figure out who you want to turn to for advice and answers. Seek out advice from people who have already gone through this journey. And if you're aware of someone in your industry who has already launched a successful product, his or her knowledge and experience could be priceless. Third, surround yourself with allies. By now, you must have realized that you can't do things on your own. That's why you need to surround yourself with a great team. These are the people who will fill in the gaps in specific knowledge areas. For example, you may want to develop an app, but you have no idea how to develop an app. Or you know how to develop an app, but you don't have any idea about how to market it. That's when you need to bring in people who have this experience. More importantly, your team will keep going and he will help you keep going when you need to stop and catch that second breath. If you have a strong support system, whether it's internal or external, you will at some point in time need to pause for breath. You cannot run consistently. You need to take that break. But so at that point in time, who is your support system? Because there will be long hours and there will be many obstacles to clear. And you're going to need people who are passionate and enthusiastic about your ideas and businesses. Identify naysayers, internal and external, shed them off. Life will transform. Life needs to go through a transformation. You will lose friends. You will lose people around you because you don't want to be surrounded with naysayers. It's important to state that there is no magic bullet that can transform you into a rich and successful entrepreneur overnight. There's no easy formula for entrepreneurial success. But over the years, people have identified and adapted a process that focuses on efforts in productive ways to achieve the results. And there have been 3 keys that have been identified which can help an entrepreneur soar. And the 3 key areas being responsibility, mindset, and passion. Responsibility is the price of greatness, ladies and gentlemen. As human beings, we tend to blame genetics, economic circumstances, government, even our parents, the external environment for all the failures we have made. One of the most fundamental foundational qualities that we all admire in leaders is the ability to take the responsibility for their own lives and decisions they make. To be successful and to do great things with your life, entrepreneurs need to take that responsibility for every facet of business or decision. Responsibility is the price of greatness. As an entrepreneur, there's only one person responsible for the outcome of your life and the quality of your life, and that person is you. Hear the statement once again, ladies and gentlemen. As an entrepreneur, there is only one person responsible for the outcome of your life and the quality of your life, and that person is only and only you. Number 2, positive mindsets. Entrepreneurs are always thinking, always on the go. The busyness, BUSYNESS of running a startup or a company can drive you to burnout. In order to release some tasks, you need to have good processes in place as well as the right people in the bus to steer into the right direction. Most successful entrepreneurs are able to let go and delegate. Look at yourself. Are we able to let go and delegate? They realize that they need to hand over operational elements of the business so that they can focus on the strategy and growth. But they will never or rarely choose the negative person to hold that position or that level of responsibility. Never ever will somebody who's pulling you down ever occupy that position. Our thinking shapes our life. We know that an entrepreneur who thinks positively about themselves will do much greater things than a person who has all the resources but thinks negatively. Find your passion. Thinking, feeling, choosing our thoughts are important and fundamental factors that shape our realities. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your own consent." And there are many people, because of this, have succumbed to mediocrity. Even with an immense amount of potential within them, they chose to buy into someone else's view about them. Belief in yourself is a choice. Building a business is dependent upon you. And from this point on, whether or not you can believe enough in yourself to ignore the naysayers and survive the inevitable futures that lie ahead will determine your success. At any event, when we go into, we are asked 3 standard questions, whether it's a networking event or whoever. What is your name? From where are you? What do you do? How do you respond to these? Are you comfortable with your name? I was not at one point in time, and I can confess, I was not comfortable with my name Malloy. I used to call myself M. Chakravarti. Even my first credit card, which I took way back in 1997, still holding that credit card, has my name as M. Chakravarti and not Malloy. I was not comfortable. But today I am. Today I am comfortable. Are you comfortable with your name? Are you comfortable from where you come from? Are you okay in telling people that you don't live in an upmarket place in Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, Bangalore? You come from a suburb. Are you comfortable telling people what about your business? Are you proud of what you do and what have you achieved? Or are you avoiding answering because you feel mediocre from within? Finding passion for what you do will propel into future success and help your vision take flight. An entrepreneur's passion is easy to recognize. Your emotions will grip you, overwhelm you, and you will be devoted to your purpose. If you're serious about your business, start embracing your passions and finding a way to fulfill them through your business, because your business has immense potential. This market that that we are operating on is God sent to us. There could be no better time than to become an entrepreneur like right now. This is called India's decade. But for that, we need to change our mindsets. We need to think about diluting equity, because that's a function of mindset. Holding on equity too long, too much will not help you grow. You need funding to scale up. You need team to scale up. You need that fuel to fire your passion, because you have immense potential, and you only need to develop that confidence that you will be what you were destined to be. We are there to help you make your entrepreneurial journey a success. Reach out to us to know more about our one-to-one coachings or the group coachings or the mentoring. At whatever stage of business you are in, you could be a 50 lakh business or you could be a 500 crore business. We have a program and we have demonstrated success. I will show you step by step into fulfilling your entrepreneurial success. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. This is just the first episode. We will have 14 more episodes, and God willing, someday these 15 episodes will be converted into a book which will drive the passions of entrepreneurs. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic week. Have great personal health and wealth. Take care of yourself, and I will see you next Monday, same place, same time, with Business Coach Malloy. Till then, a very goodbye.